Hello everyone, this is Counterspell Hater here, back with another EDH guide. This time we are going over Mendicant Core Guidelight. This is an artifacts deck, so Mendicant Core's power is equal to the number of artifacts you control. Start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. And at max speed, whenever we cast an artifact spell, we may pay 1 to copy it. This commander is only white and a blue for a 3 toughness creature, whose, once again, power is dependent on artifacts. With that said, we have a bunch of artifacts and artifact creatures, so let's get straight into it. So, Arcbound Crusher, Arcbound Reclaimer, Auriok Replica to save us, Belisarius Call to make 2/2s and to help us find more artifacts. Cephalopod Sentry, another big creature we can copy. Cogwork Assembler has an infinite combo with something in here, and probably multiple other cards. Crystal Barricade to prevent a bunch of non-combat damage. Crystalline Crawler for mana. Darksteel Juggernaut, another big creature. Edge Champion as a problematic but small creature for our opponents. Filigree Angel for some life gain. Filigree Sages to untap our artifacts. Filigree Vector to put charge counters on our stuff and proliferate and put +1/+1 counters on our creatures. Foundry Inspector to reduce the cost of our artifact spells. Gemini Engine, once again, could be another problematic creature, even though it's quite small. Geode Golem to help cheat out our commander or get out at a reduced cost. Glass Dust Hulk, another creature we can buff up and possibly end an opponent with. Golem Artisan to give our artifact creatures flying, trample, or haste until end of turn and buff them up. Guidelight Synergist, another big creature with flying. Inkwell Leviathan, another big creature we can copy. Iron Soul Enforcer to retrieve some artifacts. Jorah's Familiar for to cheapen our artifact spells. Keppa Cannoneer for another big creature. Kuldotha Forgemaster to sacrifice useless artifacts and find better ones. Liberator Urza's Battlethopter, another big artifact creature. Well, an artifact creature we can make big and allows us to cast our colorless spells and artifacts at flash speed. Lion Sash to exile graveyards. Well, exile cards from graveyards. Lodestone Golem to hate on anything that isn't artifacts by making them more expensive to cast. Lodestone Mirror can buff itself up and possibly finish an opponent within a turn. Master of Ethereum buffs up our artifact creatures and itself can be pretty big. Merchant's Dockhand to help us find more artifacts. Metalwork Colossus, a big threat that we can easily reanimate. Well, retrieve from our graveyard. Mishra Self-Replicator to make an army. Mirror Battlesphere for some damage and to make some tokens. Mirror Propagator, once again, makes an army. Phyrexian Metamorph to copy anything that's an artifact or a creature. Psychosis Crawler, so we can drain our opponents by drawing cards. Research Thief for card draw. Scarecrow to retrieve artifacts. Scrap Trawler to get back artifacts. We can pull a lot of shenanigans with that. If you haven't played with it, then please do. Sentry Bot for a nice blocker on the spot and to buff up all of our creatures with energy counters by spending them. Shambling Suit for another big creature. Sharding Sphinx to create an army of blue 1/1 Thopters with flying. Adaptive Omni Tool to buff up the equipped creature. Aeon Engine to possibly skip someone's turn and especially in group settings take down someone who's a big problem. Aerial Surveyor to help us get out lands. Aetherflux Conduit so we can just spam cast our artifacts. Animation Module to get a lot of servos out, Bloodforged Battle Axe to make a lot of artifacts on the spot, and to distribute them amongst our army, making even more. Brotherhood Vertibird, another big creature with flying. It's an engine, well, not an engine, vehicle. Contagion engine for proliferate. Conversion chamber for graveyard hate, specifically artifacts, and to make golems. Dragon Throne of Tarkir in case we have an army and our commander is rather big, so we can just buff everyone up and give them trample and win the game that way. Druidic Satchel for life gain, land drops, and 1/1s. Elixir of Immortality to save us from milling out. Empowered Auto Generator for a lot of mana. Esoteric Duplicator to duplicate our artifacts even more. Forsaken Monument for life gain. Colorless creature buff, and lots more mana in case we're producing colorless, which we aren't doing much of, but it will help. Gold Vein Pick for treasures, so making more artifacts. Golem Foundry, same thing. Since we're casting out a lot of artifacts, we may as well capitalize on it even more. Keening Stone to really punish graveyard players for milling themselves. Kusari Gamma can take out a lot of creatures, especially if we have it equipped to our commander and we give it a lifelink with Loxodon Warhammer. So then we can gain a lot of life with these two on the spot. Mirror Works to create even more copies of our non-token artifacts. Nettlegeist or whatever it is for a big creature on the spot, especially on this deck. Orbs of Warding to help prevent damage and give us hexproof. Power Stone Shard, infinite combo with it's with another card in this deck that creates the copies. But once you create enough copies of Power Stone Shard, you end up netting mana every time you pay 7 to create a copy of it. So there you go. Infinite mana right there. Replicating Ring for even more mana. 16 islands and plains for a total of 32 lands. This is what the mana curve looks like. So, and having a 96.19% chance of playing these on curve. That would be the card seen here. So, average number of lands in an opening hand, about 2 or 3. The cost of the deck is only $113.28, so not bad. If you want to see more content like this, please leave a like, subscribe, share this video and other videos on my channel, as well as comment on them, and make an EDH request if you would like for any commander you have not seen. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.